a monster of planetary proportions, a colossal compilation of hydrogen and helium. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and scientifically proven to be the coolest. So, how was Jupiter made, and what is its actual mass? At the dawn of time, there was nothing. Then, it happened. The Big Bang. A singularity of high density and high temperature expands, creating the universe as we know it. Somewhere in our brand new solar system, about 483 million miles away from the sun, gravity begins to pull gas and dust in to form a new celestial body. Taking the leftover mass from the formation of the sun, Jupiter is created. Made up of the same ingredients as a star, yet it did not grow massive enough to ignite itself. Jupiter has become what is called a failed star. Jupiter's atmosphere is made up of mostly hydrogen and helium, and is devoid of any solid surface, a result of its gaseous state. The pressure inside the atmosphere is so intense, you would be crushed immediately if you were to stand there. If you can somehow withstand that, the high temperatures would vaporize you in seconds. These extreme conditions help compress some hydrogen gas into a liquid, resulting in Jupiter having the largest ocean in the solar system, made completely of hydrogen. It is believed that deep in these oceans, the pressure becomes so intense that electrons are squeezed off the hydrogen atoms, making the liquid electrically conductive. This, combined with the fast rotation of Jupiter, is thought to be the reason behind the planet's powerful magnetic field. Perhaps Jupiter's most distinct feature is the swirling clouds that cover its surface. The clouds are about 44 miles thick, consisting of 3 layers, with the top layer being made of ammonia ice, the middle layer of ammonium hydrosulfide crystals, and the bottom layer of simply vapor. The planet's fast rotation over once every 10 hours creates jet streams that divide the clouds into the separate lines that give Jupiter its look. Jupiter is ravaged by constant storms that can reach upwards of 335 miles per hour. These storms are seen as the spots that litter the planet, the most famous of which being the Great Red Spot. The Great Red Spot is a supercell twice as wide as Earth, and has been known to exist on Jupiter for over 150 years. With winds of over 400 miles per hour and no solid ground to slow it down, it doesn't look like this storm is stopping anytime soon. After the creation of the solar system, asteroids began to get sucked into Jupiter's orbit, which then became the 79 moons that now accompany Jupiter. The 4 largest and most stable orbiting moons are Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, known as the Galilean satellites. Discovered in 1609 by Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei. The innermost of these moons is Io. Io consists of silicate rock surrounding an iron core. It is high density and extremely geologically active, housing over 400 active volcanoes. Callisto is the second largest moon of Jupiter, coming in with a circumference of over 15,000 kilometers. It is littered with craters, and is one of the few places in our solar system that has the possibility of supporting life. Europa, which is only 1/4 the diameter of Earth, may contain over twice as much water as all of Earth's oceans combined, and its depths could be the most promising place to look for extraterrestrial life. Lastly, Ganymede, the largest moon of Jupiter. 1 day on Ganymede is 7 days and 3 hours in Earth time, and happens to be the largest object in the solar system without a substantial atmosphere, and the only known moon to have a magnetic field. One little known fact about Jupiter is that, like Saturn, Jupiter has rings. Although not visible with the naked eye, overlay some thermal imaging and they're clear as day. These rings consist mainly of dust that was kicked up as a result of micrometeor impacts on Jupiter's moons, which then began to orbit the planet.
Now on to the bigger question, literally. What is Jupiter's mass? When Jupiter formed, it took the leftover mass from the creation of the Sun and ended up with more mass than any other planet in the solar system. A mass of 1.9 times 10 to the 27th kilogram. It's a bit difficult to truly understand the magnitude of that number. So let's put it into perspective. It would take 318 Earths to equal the mass of Jupiter, and it is 2.5 times more massive than all of the planets in our solar system combined. It is so gargantuan, in fact, that if it gained any more weight, it would start to shrink.
.42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the second experiment in this series, an Air Force Thor Able-1 space probe under the management of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
In 1973, Pioneer 10 becomes the first of many spacecraft to make a flyby of Jupiter. Soon after, in 1979, Voyager 1 and 2 bring back important data about Jupiter, including the discovery of its rings and the high geologic activity on Io's volcano-ridden surface. In 1992, the Ulysses spacecraft flew past the gas giant, and the planet's strong gravitational pull altered the first path, sending Ulysses hurtling towards the sun. Then, from 1989 to 2003, the first real expedition began. NASA launches the Galileo spacecraft, a highly equipped probe that was the first sent to properly study Jupiter and its moons, named, of course, after the astronomer who discovered the moons. This craft's 14-year-old odyssey came to an end in 2003, when it disintegrated into Jupiter's atmosphere.
"20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Atlas V with Juno on a trek to Jupiter, a planetary piece of the puzzle on the beginning of our solar system.
The auxiliary program is in progress. Vehicle pod rates look good. Script to you, that's 1.7. Speed chamber pressure.
Most recently, a similar spacecraft, known as the Juno probe, left Earth's gravity well on August 5th, 2011, to fulfill a grand mission, to study the great cosmic entity in question for years to come. In July 2018, the probe was scheduled to end its mission by descending into Jupiter's atmosphere and burning up. But NASA has announced that operations will be extended through July 2021, as the craft continues to survey the planet's atmospheric conditions, as well as those of the many moons. As far as we know, there are no further planned expeditions for Jupiter past Juno, as a manned mission would be impossible. No one knows when Jupiter was first noticed, as it is one of the few planets that can be visible to the naked eye. The great Roman king of the gods, Jupiter, is who our planet in question gets its namesake from. The god Jupiter is in direct correlation to the Greek god Zeus, the former name of the planet, until the rise of said Roman Empire.
This Titan is full of history, and in its depths can only lie more information to be unearthed. Perhaps one of the most interesting planets in our solar system, it is unlike any other. Jupiter, gas giant, failed star, monster.